Welcome back. Are you ready to dive in? Are you ready to learn about the new model that's emerging in the coaching and healing industry? And before we get started, let me share with you one of my favorite quotes that comes from Buckminster Fuller. And he says, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." So you're probably here because something from the old model, and when we say old model, for me, it's also the old paradigm, the ego consciousness, the separation model, the 3D reality, where most of us have been operating from for a very long time. But you're here because you're probably sensing and you're probably desiring a new model, a new paradigm that allows for infinite possibilities, for our ability to operate from the quantum field, from the unified field, from unity consciousness, from our higher selves, embodying them here on this planet. So you're probably looking for something new and something very integrative and structured and realistic and practical that can be applied in this world. You're probably looking for a new model of transformation and healing for yourself and to offer to others. A new model of breaking through the patterns, the old stuck patterns of the limiting beliefs, the memorized emotions, and the traumas that have been stored in our bodies, and the energy blocks and the energy leaks that have affected us in so many different ways. And you're looking for a model that will allow you to confidently help clients transform and build a thriving business that attracts to you the clients that are an energetic match, rather than thinking of it as getting clients. You want a model and you want to operate from this aligned marketing place where all the strategies and the techniques you're using feel truly aligned to you, and not just because this business guru thinks this is the best strategy for you to use, but that you feel really uncomfortable using. And instead of thinking of it as getting clients, you want the clients that are this perfect energetic match for you. So I am very excited and honored to introduce to you the new model, which is called the Whole Transformational Business Model. And I want to share with you the 3 pillars that I've been promising I will share, and why this model works so fast and successfully every single time. And the 3 pillars that you need to have in place for this to actually work is pillar number 1, to break free and heal and transform yourself. And I'll come back to that in just a minute. Pillar number 2 is to use transformational coaching as the glue that brings all your abilities, gifts, certifications, modalities, natural talents, passions, and purpose all together in providing others and helping others transform themselves using transformational coaching as the glue, especially if you love to do multiple things, you're multi-passionate, you have many healing modalities under your belt, and you want to bring it all together. I'll come back to that as well. Pillar number 3 is to transform and scale your impact and the ripple effect and the legacy that you're here to live to the world. And for that, you need a business model that aligns with who you are, and a marketing model that gives you all the possibilities and all the options that you can use and allows you to decipher and pick and choose the pathways that are going to move the needle for your business the most, and not wasting time and money in scattered different modalities and business coaching programs and strategies and very expensive business coaching programs that leave you even more overwhelmed and even more out of alignment. And under pillar number 3, you really want a business model that can fully fast track your process in creating a thriving business while you get to focus on what you're here to do, which is helping others transform while you continue to transform yourself. And not necessarily spending all these hours upon hours, month after month, year after year, trying to build your business and build your business and build your business, and finding that you're not getting the clients, you're not getting the money, and you're not getting the results that you were hoping for. So let's circle back into pillar number 1 and go just a little bit deeper. This pillar is about truly breaking free and transforming yourself. And the fastest and most effective way to do that is using the 11 root causes. You might be wondering, what? 11 what? There are 11 different root causes that I have found and that I have developed after 13 plus years of working with hundreds upon hundreds of clients. And that when you apply all of them in a structured path over 45 days, just 45 days, just 6 weeks, the transformations that happen are miracles, is the best way I have to describe them. And that is a big prerequisite for you to truly show up and step into your light and be the lighthouse that you're here to offer to the world. When you go through your own transformation and you understand these 11 root causes and you get to the bottom of each one, you become unstoppable. In the next video, I'm going to share with you exactly what these 11 root causes are. But for now, I want to share with you a couple of examples from my clients. Let's call her Mary. Mary was struggling for a very long time with really unresolved trauma that she was trying to solve through psychotherapy, through spirituality, through New Age groups and communities, a lot of meditation, positive thinking, and a lot of different paths. And she was finding that she really wasn't getting to the bottom of those pieces that were unhealed. And she was using a lot of spiritual bypassing. She was using spirituality and positive thinking and meditation and affirmations and being part of these amazing groups and communities that would make her temporarily feel good. And she would get this temporary elevated feeling, is what she would describe it as. But then the next day, a trigger would happen, something would happen in her family or her work, and she would feel back into that old place and these old emotions and triggers. So then she would internalize that and beat herself up and be like, what is wrong with me? I did all this energy clearing, I did therapy, I did this, I did that. Why am I still being triggered? And it's because she wasn't getting to all of the 11 root causes. And this was the main reason that was also blocking her from becoming an amazing, amazing transformational coach and helping others because she felt like a fraud. She was like, how can I possibly help others when I'm still being triggered so much and I haven't resolved my own stuff? I'm still going through my own healing. How am I going to help others? But as soon as she got into these 11 root causes and was able to transform all her trauma and all the wounds that were holding her back, then she jumped into the whole wellness coaching certification program. And now she is a thriving and incredible whole wellness coach. Another client of mine, we're going to call her Vicky. She was struggling with extremely low self-esteem. She was very, very shy, and her confidence levels were like below the ground. She had these natural healing abilities, and people were drawn to her and would share with her their story of their lives and trust her and want to be around her presence. And she would offer freely advice. She was just a natural coach and a natural healer. But because she really struggled with her self confidence, she didn't believe that she could actually create a business out of this. So she would keep getting different healing modalities and get certified in all these different beautiful modalities. And then maybe offer one off energy clearing and one off Reiki session over here and a little bit of EFT tapping over there and some astrology. But she was keeping herself really, really hidden, and she was kind of flying under the radar because she wasn't comfortable really sharing her gifts with the world in a bigger way. And of course, her business was struggling. And what she did is she kept taking more courses, more healing modalities, thinking that one more thing is what's going to help her feel more confident. But the truth was, these inner feelings of inadequacy had to first be resolved and healed within herself. Or else she really felt like, oh my gosh, if I put myself out there, people are going to smell that coming, that, oh, I'm not that confident. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, you're paying me and you're trusting me, but actually, I don't know that much. Or if you ask me a question, I don't know necessarily that I will know the answer. And she was really, really scared and playing very, very small and dimming her light, being afraid that she'll be discovered and eventually be embarrassed. So, all of these fears were blocking her so much. But as soon as she got into the 11 root causes over the course of 45 days, one by one, all these fears and all these limitations got resolved, got healed. She was able to overcome most of these fears in just 45 days and then jumped into the whole wellness coaching certification program. And now is helping so many clients who are struggling with the same exact fears. So you see why this pillar number one is so important. Another big block that you might be struggling with as well, and maybe you are relating to some of these examples I'm giving you, but this next one comes from, let's call him George, who was struggling with a lot of money blocks. He was constantly afraid that he's not going to have enough money to pay his bills, to be an equal contributing partner in his marriage. He was very embarrassed that his wife was actually making more money than he was. He was very concerned that what if his business doesn't make it? Or it takes a very long time for his business to become profitable. He was very concerned about the economy and if there was a recession, that his health coaching clients wouldn't be able to afford his services. He was worried about what if his wife loses her job. And then at the end of the day, what if he has to go back to work part-time or full-time in a job that he hates? So all these fears were actually blocking him from the very things that actually would make his business profitable. And it's kind of ironic in some ways, where the ego part of us that holds on to these fears and these what if scenarios is actually clouding our ability to see what it is that will actually get us out of that state of lack and of not having the flow of money and abundance and wealth that is rightfully ours. So, as soon as he worked on the 11 root causes and cleared a lot of these money blocks and was able to truly see where they were all coming from and was able to rewrite a completely new story around money, what happened next is pretty miraculous. So, once again, you're seeing why pillar number one is so important and why any program that tells you that it's just a coaching certification program or a healing program that doesn't go deep into your own transformation, and I mean deep into your own transformation, then that pillar really isn't that strong. And then the whole business and the ripple effect and what you're here to create is going to be unstable. So, once again, I'll share more about the 11 root causes in the next video. I want to encourage you to look at your blueprint where it can help you keep track of a lot of the things I'm sharing here. And also, I'd love for you to check out a form that I have put here below. And I'd love for you to fill it out and let us know, because we're going to help you with each of these pillars, if you would like, of course, through a few different ways that my team and I are here to support you. So go ahead and fill out this form, and somebody from my team is going to reach out to you completely free, no strings attached here, and will help you further with any questions you have, but also with any areas under any of these three pillars that you might find that you need support. And with that, let's move on to pillar number two.